It's a pleasure to have you here with us today, Dr. Lant, the days leading up before Veterans Day, Remembrance Day. And you're sharing with us a very moving article you've written of your trip to Flanders Fields. And when I was reading this article, it brought me right to the fields there where you feel the loss and the sacrifice that has been given, and reading your message that you bring from this feeling of terrible loss and sacrifice, you bring somewhat hope that we, the living, we have something that we can give to those that have given so much. And that is our heartfelt gratitude and remembrance. And your articles, I find they really do bring you to remember and bring these folks that have given their lives and made such sacrifices into our lives, and bring appreciation for what they have done. Dr. Lant, can you tell us a little bit about where this article, how it came about, with your permission?
As you know, Patrice, I've been writing for a very long time. And I write a lot about families, partly because they're so important to us, partly as examples to young writers and older writers around the world who contact me. And this was a particularly moving article. It takes place when I'm 21 years old. I went to France for the first time. Everything was new, it was different, it was thrilling. And when I was a young man in Illinois, I used to be one of the students, and all the students would take some puppies from the vets, go and collect a few pence to the veterans. And I have to tell you, it was extremely moving to talk about veterans and what they went through. When I got to Flanders Fields, I was not prepared. No one can be prepared. You all know about the poppies that blow between the crosses row on row. But the experience of needless death, things that ended lives, dreams, love, affairs, all died in Flanders Fields. So I want people to, if they would read this, the spirit of you must remember. Remember is the key word of this day, this holiday, and all the related holidays of the calendar to deal with the sacrifices that people willingly gave for us. The most terrible thing of all right now would be to forget. So I've written this article. I hope that people don't exactly enjoy it, that they understand how poignant it is, and arrange someday perhaps to go to their own war cemetery in their own neighborhood, because they're all over the world. This just happens to be a particularly famous one because of a poem by Dr. McCrae, who died in Flanders Fields in 1918. Now,
Dr. Lant, with your permission, I will play a part of your reading of this article, and I will post a link down below the video for folks to read the article and listen to the full reading. So with your permission, I will play a bit of your reading here, of a very moving.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jeffrey Lant.
Let us recall this day and its purpose. First, by reminding you of one of the most celebrated poems of war. mended, and of the flower that evokes it all, the blood red poppy. In Flanders Fields, by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae, MD, Canadian Army, 1872, 1918. In Flanders Fields, the poppies blow between the crosses lawn row. As marks our place in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived. Felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrels with the foe. To you from veiny hands we throw the torch, yours to hold high. If ye brave faith with us who die, who shall not sleep, for poppies grow in Flanders Fields. When I was a boy, growing up in Illinois, in the late 40s and 50s, every school child was expected to take a few paper copies, made so we knew by wounded named U.S. vets, and collect some pennies for them from friends and neighbors who never needed to be reminded of what we were doing or why they should contribute, even if it was the widow's mite. And if it were the widow or mother with a gold star, always in the front of the window, she responded with exultation and alacrity, hugging her student visitor, and tears would soon be shed. While you didn't comprehend why, you soon found yourself with tears too, and the adults called you a good boy, and always looked into your eyes as they said so. 21, in Flanders Fields in the midst of war. I made my first trip to Europe to the France I was destined to love deeply, not least for her wounds and so frequent murders. The year was 1957. Vietnam was on the world's agenda. Decided to go taking the bus tour to Flanders Fields. I had helped distribute the paper copies for many years. I knew the famous poem, and I was curious to see what the vestiges of carnage and military butchery looked like. But I little knew the power of these fields, and of the palpable spirit of this place, the spirit that spoke to you, and it was, remember, we are your dear departed, your brothers, your fathers, your young, boisterous uncles too soon taken, the cheerful postboy, and the brilliant medical students. We are all here, all of us in our millions. We wish you to understand the profundity of this place, the purpose of this place, the solemnity of this place, and the gripping tale certain to impress you that we tell in our very lifeblood. This is a place of unsettled ghosts, of too much loss, too much death, too many to remember, and an urgent need never to forget it to go on. Then, of a sudden, the compelling insistence of this hallowed place made itself known to you. Tourists like you traveled to places where they had found good values and other places where they had not. These tourists now saw the majesty of unending death. Too soon, by too many, and their very worlds stopped as they saw around them on every side the unmitigated panoply of death. Our vehicle went slowly,